I always wondered whatever happened to the original lead guitarist for Metallica named Lloyd Grant. Lloyd, if you don't know who that is, like everybody knows who Metallica is. They're like I think they're the most popular mainstream heavy metal band that's out there. But like during their early years, when they first came along, uh, uh, it was Lars Ulrich. It had Lars Ulrich, James Hetfield. I forget the bass player, but it wasn't Cliff Burton wasn't the original bassist. But like in the original lead guitarist wasn't Dave Mustaine or Kirk Hammett. It was a Jamaican named Lloyd Grant. Okay, so like I'm gonna read this from Metal Wiki. It says Lloyd Grant is a Jamaican guitarist who played the second lead on the Hit the Lights demo, which later became called Kill 'Em All. He was not an official member of Metallica. He said, in his own words, Lloyd Grant talks about Metallica. He says the interview asked him how he got hooked up with the iconic metal band Metallica. He said, "Me and Lars, Lars is the drummer, was jamming down there in Orange County, California, and we jammed with a few people, and we looking other people to jam with. That's I'm reading it the way he explained it. Okay, it said I'm gonna say it again, and we looking other people to jam with. They met through the Recycler, which is a newspaper ad. We were playing for a long time, and he came down to my place, my apartment once, and he says, and he keep asking me to come jam with the band, but I was really busy doing other stuff, and I went down there and played with them, me, him, and James Hetfield. James was playing bass. I was playing guitar. Lars was playing drums, and yeah, hold up. James, damn, I didn't know James played the bass. Okay, James was playing bass. I was playing guitar, and Lars was playing drums. And we rehearsed that "Hit the Light" song, which is the first song, the first track on Kill 'Em All. Okay, but way before that, Lars had me hear that song. We were hanging out watching soccer, and he says, "Hey, I met this guy, blah blah blah," and he's exactly what we want to jam with. And he played this one song, and it was great. And that's how I was first introduced to Hit the Lights. After that, I went over a few. And I went over and jammed a few times, and he called me and say they're gonna be in this compilation album, and he brought over the tape of Hit the Lights, recording on a 4 track. He asked me to play some solo for that, and they were going to bring the 4 track down, and they were going to bring it down and dump it on the compilation album. Well, hold up, compilation album. Well, unfortunately, for his of course his but see like they according to James Hetfield, the vocalist and the second guitarist on Metallica, is like they said that Lloyd Grant was not an original, a quote unquote original member of the band, even though they had him play the opening riff to the first song on Metallica, and he created the guitar riff for another song called Metal Militia, which was later covered by Dave Mustaine of Megadeth. Or unfortunately, he was never a part of that band, or he never joined that band, or they never included him with the process of creating that album. Instead, they picked Dave Mustaine, who was later fired and replaced by Kirk Hammett. But like, in my opinion, I was thinking like, damn, could you imagine if they had Lloyd Grant as the lead guitarist of a huge well, a world renowned band like Metallica? Because like in 2011 they invited him and three other original members who recorded the first original Metallica album. They invited him back to do opening guitar riffs. But like when I see something like that, I was think when I first discovered who he was, I was thinking like, damn. Imagine if he would have stayed up here up to the present day, kicking out those jams, those epic guitar riffs, and putting out killer albums like Master of Puppets, Ride the Lightning, uh, Reload, and et cetera, et cetera. Damn, like imagine if Lloyd Grant was actually a part of Metallica and not just some footnote.